Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel Dear Mathematics, and also welcome to the chapter of complex number. In this particular video session we are going to discuss about the polar form of the complex number. So here it is the polar form, or it is also called as the trigonometrical form of the complex number. Let z is equal to x plus iy be any complex number which is represented by the point pxy in the argand plane. Because whenever we represent a complex number in the point form in the xy plane, then that xy plane is called as the argand plane, complex plane, or you can say that it is the Gaussian plane. Here OP, the distance of the point P from the O is called as the modulus of Z. Then the angle POX, or the measure of the angle POX is taken as theta, which is also called as the argument of Z, because we have already discussed about the argument of the complex number. Then the distance of OM is taken as X, the distance of PM is taken as Y. So by considering these substitutions, in place of OP we have to use modulus of Z, in place of OM we have to use X, in place of PM we have to use Y. So in the triangle POM, this is a right angle triangle because we have drawn PM perpendicular to the positive direction of X axis, that is with respect to OX. So here cos theta will be OM upon OP, the value of OM is X here, and in place of OP we have to substitute the value of modulus of Z. So X is equal to modulus of Z multiplied with cos theta, then it is X is equal to modulus of Z cos theta, and we have taken it as equation number 1. Similarly, again in the triangle POM we have to consider the trigonometric function sin theta here. Sin theta is equal to PM upon OP, and this will be equal to Y upon modulus of Z. Then again we have to find out the value of Y here, then Y is equal to modulus of Z sin theta. Then we have to go through the again complex number. We have Z is equal to X plus IY. In place of X we have to use modulus of Z cos theta plus I into modulus of Z sin theta. Then taking common of modulus of Z here, cos theta plus I sin theta, and then this is equal to R multiplied with cos theta plus I sin theta, and this is called the polar form of complex number. So here you can write down, this is the polar form of complex number. And here we have substituted some values here. We have taken R as modulus of Z, and the value of theta is here taken as for the argument of Z, and we have also taken it earlier. Here theta is equal to argument of Z. So here it is the polar form, or you can say that the trigonometrical form of a complex number. If we use the general value of theta, then the complex number will be of the form Z is equal to R multiplied with cos 2n phi plus theta plus I sin 2n phi plus theta, and here, and this is the general value taken for the value of theta. So here n is any integer. So here by this part we have completed the polar form of complex number. Next, moving towards to the different types of polar forms in different quadrants. Next, moving towards to the multiplication of a complex number by an iota, that means the imaginary unit I. Let z is equal to x plus iy be a complex number represented by the point p xy in the organ plane. From the polar form, we know that just we have discussed it, the complex number can be defined in the form of a polar form, and it is expressed as z is equal to r multiplied with cos theta plus I sin theta. Let us multiply this complex number with an iota, that means I. Then it becomes I multiplied with cos r cos theta plus I sin theta. Then it is r I cos theta plus I square sin theta. Then this is r I cos theta minus sin theta. That means r minus sin theta plus I cos theta. Then this is r Iz is equal to r cos pi by 2 plus theta. Just I have used the trigonometric formula. Cos pi by 2 plus theta, it is minus sin theta, and I sin pi by 2 plus theta, which is written for the place of cos theta, for the value of cos theta. So here in this place we have reached the final destination, where the value of Iz is equal to r multiplied with cos pi by 2 plus theta plus I sin pi by 2 plus theta. Here Iz is a complex number such that the modulus of Iz is equal to r is equal to modulus of z, and argument of Iz, it is pi by 2 plus theta. But again it can be written in the form of argument of Iz. Okay, let us write down here. Argument of Iz, that is equal to pi by 2 plus theta is the argument of z. So in place of argument of Iz, we can also write down pi by 2 plus argument of z. So these are the two important notes we can derive, or we have derived from the topic of multiplication of a complex number by an iota. Then let us discuss about the different types of polar forms that we are getting in different quadrants of xy plane. So let us discuss about the polar form of a complex number in different quadrants. Let modulus of z is taken as r, and alpha with the acute angle which is inside in the triangle, and here tan alpha, we know that it is the modulus of imaginary part of complex number divided by real part of the complex number, and let at last theta be the argument of z. So first of all, let us discuss about the polar form of a complex number which lies in the first quadrant. That means here the real part is greater than 0 and the imaginary part is greater than 0. Let z is equal to x plus iy be any complex number where x greater than 0 and y greater than 0. In the first quadrant, the argument theta in the first quadrant, argument of the complex number theta is very much equal to alpha, and we have already discussed it about in the argument of a complex number topic. So the polar form of z is given by z is equal to x plus iy. So here we have to write down r cos, in place of a theta we have to write down alpha. So it is z r cos alpha plus I sin alpha, and here it is the form of the complex number in the polar form and which is in the first quadrant. Then let us discuss about the polar form of a complex number which lies in the second quadrant. It is the second case. Let z is equal to x plus iy be any complex number where x less than 0 and y greater than 0. In the second quadrant, theta is equal to argument of z, theta is equal to phi minus alpha. So the polar form of a complex number is given by z is equal to x plus iy, and then this is written in the form of r cos theta plus I sin theta. Then it is r cos pi minus theta, sorry, it is pi minus alpha plus I sin pi minus alpha. After solving it, we can have minus cos alpha plus I sin alpha, and which is the required polar form of the complex number. It is the required polar form of the complex number in the second quadrant. Then let us move towards to the polar form of a complex number in the third quadrant. Then let us consider that the given complex number z is equal to x plus iy lies in the third quadrant. That means here the real part of the complex number x less than 0 and also the imaginary part of the complex number y is less than 0. So in the third quadrant, we know that from the topic of argument of the complex number, we already solved it, that the argument of the complex number z, it is in the third quadrant represented by minus multiplied with pi minus of alpha. So the polar form of a z is given by z is equal to x plus iy, that is represented by r multiplied with r cos theta plus I sin theta. R, it is cos, in place of theta we have to use minus pi minus alpha plus I sin minus pi minus alpha. Then it is r cos minus theta, we know that it is cos theta, but sin minus theta, it is minus sin theta. So let us substitute these values here, or by applying this fundamental here, we have cos pi minus alpha, okay, this will be minus I sin pi minus alpha. Then it is r cos pi minus alpha, it is minus cos alpha. Then it is minus I sin alpha, and here it is the polar form of the complex number in the third quadrant, and here it is the resultant solution. Then moving towards to the fourth quadrant. This is the fourth bit or fourth case, you can say that. If complex number lies in the fourth quadrant, let z is equal to x plus iy be any complex number where x greater than 0 and y less than 0. In the fourth quadrant, argument of z, that is equal to theta, will be equal to minus alpha, and we have to apply this in our polar form. The polar form of z is given by z is equal to x plus iy, that implies z is equal to r multiplied with the cos theta plus I sin theta, that is z is equal to r cos minus alpha plus I sin minus alpha. Then z will be equal to r cos alpha minus I sin alpha, and here it is the resultant polar form of the complex number that lies in the fourth quadrant. Then let us solve some of the problems based upon the polar form of a complex number present in different quadrants. So this is the important problem which is based upon the polar form of complex numbers in different quadrants, and here we have been asked to find out the polar form of the following complex numbers. 4 different complex numbers are given to you, and 4 different complex numbers are present in 4 different quadrants, and we have to find out the polar form of these complex numbers. So first of all, let us considering the first complex number here. Let z is equal to minus 3 root 2 plus 3 root 2 I, and here x is equal to minus 3 root 2, that means less than 0. Y is equal to 3 root 2, it is greater than 0. That means it lies in the second quadrant. Okay. First of all, let us find out the value of r, that is modulus of z, and here it is square root of the sum of squares of x and y here, that means it will be equal to 6 here. Then we have to find out the value of alpha here. We know that alpha is equal to tan inverse modulus of imaginary part of z divided by real part of z. Then this is tan inverse modulus of minus 1, that means it will be equal to tan inverse 1, and here it will be equal to tan inverse tan pi by 4, which is equal to pi by 4. Okay, let us write down. That implies alpha is equal to pi by 4. The complex number lies in the second quadrant. The given complex number lies in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant, argument of z theta is equal to pi minus alpha, that means theta is equal to pi minus pi by 4, that is equal to 3 pi by 4. Okay. So the value of theta is here 3 pi by 4. Then we have to find out the polar form. The polar form of the given complex number is z is equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta, that is equal to z is equal to 6 multiplied with cos 3 pi by 4 plus I sin 3 pi by 4. And here it is the resultant polar form of the given complex number, that is minus 3 root 2 plus 3 root 2 I. Then moving towards the second complex number. Here z is equal to 1 plus I, that means 1 plus 1 into I. Here x is equal to 1 greater than 0, y is equal to 1, it is again greater than 0. That means it lies in the first quadrant. So first of all, we have to find out the value of r here. R is equal to modulus of z, that is 1 square plus 1 square, and its square root, that is equal to root 2. Then we have to find out the value of alpha, that is tan inverse imaginary part of z divided by real part of z, and this is equal to tan inverse 1 by 1, that means it is tan inverse 1, and this is 5 by 4. Because the complex number lies in the first quadrant, So here theta is equal to alpha. That means the argument of the complex number is very much equal to the value of alpha. The given complex number lies in the first quadrant. In the first quadrant, theta is equal to alpha. That means theta is equal to pi by 4. It is the second bit. The polar form of the given complex number is z is equal to r multiplied with cos theta plus I sin theta. That implies z is equal to root 2 multiplied with cos pi by 4 plus I sin pi by 4. And here it is the resultant for the polar form of the given complex number. Then moving towards to the third bit. So, for the case number 3, let z is equal to minus 1 minus I with a given complex number. Okay, let us solve it. Minus 1 plus minus 1 into I. Here x is equal to minus 1 less than 0. Y is equal to minus 1. It is also less than 0. That means the given complex number lies in the third quadrant. Then we have to find out the value of r. Modulus of z is equal to, and this is equal to root 2. Then we have to find out the value of alpha here. Alpha is equal to tan inverse modulus of imaginary part of z divided by real part of z, that is equal to tan inverse minus 1 upon minus 1 and its modulus. That means tan inverse 1 and it is again 5 by 4. The given complex number lies in the third quadrant. In the third quadrant, argument of z theta is equal to minus phi minus alpha. That means argument of z theta is equal to minus pi minus pi by 4, and that is equal to minus 3 pi by 4. Then we have to find out the polar form of the given complex number. The polar form of the given complex number is z is equal to r multiplied with cos theta plus I sin theta. Then this is equal to z is equal to root 2 multiplied with cos minus 3 pi by 4 plus I sin minus 3 pi by 4. Then this is equal to root 2. Okay, this will be equal to cos 3 pi by 4 minus I sin 3 pi by 4, which is the required polar form of the given complex number, which is represented by minus 1 minus I. Then moving towards to the last bit of this problem. Let z is equal to 1 minus I, that means 1 plus minus 1 into I. Here x is equal to 1 greater than 0, y is equal to minus 1 less than 0. Then the value of r is equal to modulus of z, that is equal to then the value of alpha is equal to tan inverse modulus of imaginary part of z divided by real part of z. Tan inverse minus 1 divided by 1, and that is equal to tan inverse 1, and here it is equal to pi by 4. As the given complex number lies in the fourth quadrant, it lies in the fourth quadrant because x is greater than 0 and y is less than 0. The given complex number lies in the fourth quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, argument of z theta is equal to minus alpha. That implies theta is equal to minus pi by 4. So, the polar form of the given complex number is z is equal to r multiplied with cos theta plus I sin theta. Then z is equal to, in place of r we have to write down root 2 here, then cos minus pi by 4 plus I sin minus pi by 4, then this is equal to z is equal to root 2 cos pi by 4 minus I sin pi by 4. And here it is the required polar form of the complex number, which is given by 1 minus I. So by this problem we have completed 4 different types of problems based upon the polar form of complex number. 4 different complex numbers are lying in 4 different quadrants, and we have evaluated the value of the polar form of the complex number. Then moving towards to the last part of the video session, that is the vectorial representation of a complex number. So here it is the last part of this kind of video session, that is the vectorial representation of a complex number. Any complex number z is equal to x plus iy can be represented by the position vector OP for the point pxy in a two-dimensional plane. The complex number z is equal to x plus iy is represented by the vector OP vector. In such a case, the length of OP vector is denoted by the modulus of z, and the argument of z is the angle which is made by the line segment OP with respect to the positive direction of x-axis. So this is the argument of z which is made by the line segment OP with respect to the positive direction of x-axis. So by this fundamental we have completed the polar form and the vectorial representation of a complex number, and also we have seen the different types of polar forms of complex numbers in different quadrants. Then we have multiplied the imaginary unit iota to the polar form of complex number, and then we have solved some of the basic problems based upon the polar form of a complex number that are present in 4 different quadrants. In the next video session we are going to solve some of the problems based upon the polar forms. Till then, thank you.